Okay, so I'm curious, as you sit here now, given that we've had a second-party report of what you want, what is it that you want?
What is it that I want?
Yeah.
As we were discussing, my goal is to increase the level of elegance, is the word I used, about my use of NLP and the way I live my life.
Okay, so to increase the level of elegance, and I use NLP, and the way you live your life. Okay, and why is that important, if you don't mind me asking?
For me, I use the metaphor of an elegant swimmer. When you see someone swimming in a very elegant way, they get great results, and it doesn't look. It looks effortless. My other parallel was when I see you and Peter demonstrating techniques, you have an effortless way of demonstrating the technique and getting the result. And that elegance is something I aspire to in most things that I do.
Right, so it looks effortless.
Yeah, it demonstrates a level of... if I see someone making... When someone makes something look easy, that to me demonstrates they've got a high level of skill.
Is it okay if I make a note of this? Now, what did you guys notice AJ doing every time he said something like, it looks effortless, it appears to others? What did you notice? Eyes up and to the left. So what might we guess about that? He's got some kind of internal representation of that. So what was it you said? I want to increase my level of elegance.
In my use of NLP and the way I live my life.
Use of NLP and the way I live my life. Okay. And so it looks effortless. That's why it's important to you.
It's more important that it becomes effortless.
That it becomes effortless.
I guess it looks because I like nature.
Sure, and that's fine. That's fine. And just to make sure that I'm on the same page as you, having it look effortless because it's become effortless, why is that important?
It's important because it's easy. I enjoy things. I don't want to do things the hard way. I'd much prefer to do it the easy way, which isn't it.
You don't want to do things the hard way. You'd much rather do it the easy way.
Yeah.
Sure. Sure. And, I think that whole process of, continual increasing elegance is part of the process of mastery. John Grinder said there are 3 barriers to mastery, and that need to be overcome or dissolved or let go of or transcended in order to achieve mastery in any skill. One is internal dialogue. You pretty much can guarantee that if someone is exhibiting mastery in a skill, they're not talking to themselves. It's quiet inside. Or maybe not quiet inside. There may be internal sounds that they're responding to as part of the process, but they're not yakking to themselves. Because language is a rep system all of its own, and it's a secondary rep system. So you can have direct experience of the world, well, mediated through your senses, but language is a comment on or about that experience, so it's a second level. So that was the first thing. The second thing was over-reliance on focal or foveal vision. Focal vision is, you've got focal vision and you've got peripheral vision. And when people are not at a level of mastery, they tend to be in a focal vision state, we could call it. But as you continue to open up your peripheral vision, your awareness increases. So, I mean, in the context of training, I can see that hair adjustment while I'm looking over here at you guys, because I'm looking out of peripheral vision. And peripheral vision is very good for picking up movement, by the way. So because it's easy, because you don't want to do things the hard way. And that's an excellent question. And with your permission, because I know I'm sometimes like a dog with a bone with this stuff, but why is it important to do things the easy way and to avoid doing things the hard way? Why is that important?
More fun, more enjoyable.
More fun, more enjoyable.
One of the things that, when you were talking, first thing I wrote down about before we started the exercise, the things I wrote down is I now live in a quieter world and there's less me and others. That internal dialogue disappearing is the biggest thing I've noticed. Mm-hmm. My internal dialogue wasn't positive in the past.
But now?
I choose a positive dialogue when I have it.
Cool. Good choice. Good choice. Yeah, one of the choices is, one of the presuppositions of NLP is that choice is better than no choice. And there are some situations where in the physical world, we may not have an abundance of choices about what to do, for instance, in a given situation. But what we can choose is the meaning we make of our perceptions and the attitude we choose to have towards it. And, either switching off internal dialogue or shifting it to something that's increasingly positive is a good thing. Sure. So it seems obvious on the face of it, but having more fun, it being more enjoyable, why is that important?
I'm not sure. The images I get in my head are of all the fantastic adventures I've had. Snowboarding in Canada, windsurfing in Egypt, diving. Those were just great days. And those are all things that were fun and enjoyable. And when I'm in a flow state at work or doing my work, it's as I'm enjoying the same sensations that I am when I'm snowboarding down Lake Louise. Mm.
So those are clearly very important to you. Mm. Yeah. I'm curious about why. Why is that important, that you are in that flow state and enjoying those sensations, whether you're working or whether you're snowboarding or...
I was about to say I feel alive, but it's a sense of presence. It's a sense of...
Please, continue. Feeling alive with that sense of presence.
I was thinking about the snowboarding trip in Canada. There was a couple of points where there was no... I lost a sense of me. I was so absorbed in the activity. It was just fantastic. The sounds, the vision, the feeling.
That sounds amazing.
I mean, there was a purity of that moment. It was a complete connection with everything. There was no distinction between me and the world.
Mm. And what do you notice about AJ as he's telling us about this stuff? Sure. He's, to some extent, re-experiencing some, of that. Sure. So, and it may seem almost rude to ask this, this question. Having that sense of presence, so you're feeling alive, almost like you lost a sense of you, and became completely absorbed and involved in the experience. Having that sense of presence. Why is that important?
When I've experienced those things, it's been the happiest moments of my life. Really just feel fantastic.
Cool. Fantastic. Yeah, I promise I will explain where I'm going with this, by the